Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your 6-month eclipse reading. I'm doing this for a 6-month period because that's basically how long this eclipse season will be. It began on February 17th with the new moon in Aquarius, which was a solar eclipse. We'll go full circle with that until we get to the full moon in Aquarius on July 29th. And then a week or so later, on August 12th, we'll have the final solar eclipse of the year with the new moon in Leo. So this is quite the powerful eclipse. It is a 6-month season now. We have 3 super new moons in Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer during that time. We have a micro moon, a blue moon, a lunar eclipse. There's a lot going on. And typically what happens with something of this magnitude is there's an energetic clearing for you, meaning something is leaving your life. Situation, environment, connection, or a pattern, or maybe even a wound that you've been carrying for quite some time. And once that energetic space is created, something new now can come in, or at least the opportunity for something new can come in. So I'm doing this recording on February 22nd. We are in the middle of a blizzard, of a snowstorm here. So wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are safe and warm, especially if you're along the eastern border, northeastern border of the United States. I hope you're hunkering down tonight and staying warm. But let's see what is leaving and what is coming in for you, okay, over the course of the next 6 months. It's a collective general reading. You know that. So as messages come through, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, and check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, my love, let's begin. Tapping into the Pisces collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is Pisces' message here for this 6-month eclipse season? What do they need to know for the next 6 months? What is leaving? What is coming in? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And we'll take the top 3 cards here from this deck. You have Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power, card number 44. You have Chameleon Spirit, Act As If, card number 14. And you have Owl Spirit, You See Clearly Now, card number 43. At the bottom of the deck, you have Stag Spirit, Take the Lead, card number 58. Okay, let's clarify this with some tarot. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. For the next 6 months, we are clarifying Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power, card number 44. Chameleon Spirit, Act As If, card number 14. And Owl Spirit, You See Clearly Now, card number 43. It's interesting how you are reclaiming your power, starting off with this first column of card number 44, and then we're ending with You See Clearly Now, card number 43. It's almost like you're reclaiming your power from a situation, environment, or connection, or like I said, maybe even a pattern or shadow aspect of yourself. But over the course of a 6-month period, you're going to be able to look back, like you will see clearly now, because 43 precedes 44. So once you reclaim your power fully, you'll be able to look back and understand why that had to exit your life. Okay, tell me more about this here for the Pisces collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Strength card, Reclaiming Your Power, the Queen of Swords, Acting As If, and You See Clearly Now, 9 of Swords. The 10 of Wands, the Fool card, there's your new beginning, and the Knight of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, you have a 3 of Pentacles, you have Justice, and you have the 6 of Wands. So justice will be served, or justice will be yours in this matter. 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. There's that brand new beginning here at the bottom of the deck. Right, let's clarify this now using the After Tarot deck. Images in this deck are different, so are the meanings, and we'll go through them as necessary for your reading today. For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for the next 6 months, we are clarifying Strength, Queen of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands, the Fool, and the Knight of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ooh, that's a wicked wind out there. The Strength card is clarified by the 7 of Swords. The Queen of Swords clarified by the Queen of Swords. Wow. The 9 of Swords clarified by the Sun card. You can see clearly now. The 10 of Wands clarified by the Emperor. Talk about reclaiming your power. The Fool is clarified by the Magician. Hot damn. And the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Fool. You cannot make this up. Bottom of the deck, you have Temperance. You have Archangel Michael here guiding you. You have King of Swords. And you have the 3 of Swords, which in the After Tarot deck, the swords are out of the heart and healing. So you're going to see clearly why that situation, environment, or connection was in your life. And you're going to see clearly, oh, this is going to be tough for me to say to you. The wound was necessary. I'm not saying that this person had the right to do what they did to you. Don't click off the video. Don't send me hate email. I get enough hate email from people who say I'm too pro Pisces. I don't want any hate email from you. But in all seriousness, it's not that you'll be grateful for what this person did. You're going to see why it was necessary. And I think it's because you're going to be a completely different person at the end of this eclipse season. There's so much growth that is happening for you and so many changes on the horizon. It would be nearly impossible for you to be the same person on August 12th, 2026 as you are today at the time I'm doing this reading. Impossible. Most of you will be completely different. And it's not because of this reading. It's because of what that individual did, that you at some point in time had to reclaim your power from. Strength to the Seven of Swords. Tactful, I heard. And the Seven of Swords, the individual is not, this is not the typical Seven of Swords card. This is someone who's cautiously walking away from something or someone, not wanting to make a misstep, not wanting to get caught. So whoever it is here that you are, reclaimed your power from, or maybe you're in the process of reclaiming your power from, others of you will be reclaiming your power from this person over the course of the next 6 months. Again, it's all different, right? You're all on different points of the timeline here. The point is you're doing it carefully. You're doing it strategically. You're doing it methodically. You're not doing it recklessly. You're not coming in like a wrecking ball, like a Knight of Wands, and saying, oh, I'm leaving you and F this and I'm out of here and I quit my job and I'm getting a divorce or whatever it is that's happening here. No, this is skillful. This is methodical. This is the Emperor to the Ten of Wands. This is saying it might take me a while to rid my life of you, but that's what I intend on doing. I will find another job or another place to live, or I'm going to get a divorce, or I'm going to get over what you did to me. This is tough. This is tough. Strength card to the Seven of Swords. Whew, clarify that. Yeah, maybe I can't leave right now in this moment, but I will leave you behind. Very stealth, right? Look at the panther. Almost camouflaged here on this card. So you have been smart in extricating yourself from this situation, environment, or connection, or you will be. Again, I don't know where you are in the timeline. I just know that you're leaving something or someone behind here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Wands. The Tower. Told you. And the King of Cups. There you are, whether you're masculine or feminine. Moving towards something new here. New life, new opportunity, new job, new love. Self-love. Clarify that. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords in the After Tarot deck is you freeing yourself. The Chariot, so you can move forward, move on. And the Ace of Pentacles towards the new opportunity, new life, new job. I'm not going to clarify the Emperor to the Ten of Wands. I think that message is really clear. This is you taking control of your domain, of your life. Queen of Swords to the Queen of Swords. That's clarifying the chameleon spirit. Act as if. Tell me about the Queen of Swords there. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. Act as if you will be better off without this situation, environment, or connection. No matter how difficult the departure is or the recovery. Act as if you're doing the right thing. Act as if you will be fine. Act as if you will land on your feet. Act as if you'll be better off when this cycle has closed out, because you will be. So start acting like that's the truth, because it is. Clarify that secondary Queen of Swords. Act as if the life you want is already yours. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The World card. Yeah. Act as if you will be better off when this ends. Ten of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. I'm telling you. Queen of Cups to the Queen of Cups. Ten of Swords. Done and over with in the After Tarot deck. There is no coming back from this. However, this is astrologically the Sun in Gemini, so it can't get any worse. My life can only get better after I extricate myself from this situation, environment, or connection, because now the Sun's going to come up, and it does. The next card, you can see clearly now, the Sun is out. You're out of this period of darkness that you existed in with whomever or whatever this is. Now, in the After Tarot deck, I love the World card because typically the World card shows all 4 fixed signs in the corner, but in the After Tarot deck, it shows all 4 aces. And you also have the Magician, who's showing all 4 aces. This is active manifestation from here on out, whether you are consciously or subconsciously doing it. So I would be very mindful of your thoughts with those 2 Queen of Swords there. You came in twice here as the Queen of Cups. So you need to emotionally, not need to, you have divine gift of free will, kind of the advice here. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally believe that your life will be better off when this chapter closes out. I feel like we need a trifecta of things here because we have everything here in place. You have all the aces. You have all the aces. So of course it's going to be better. Because now that, oh, I heard albatross. Maybe this situation, environment, or connection has been an albatross on you. Like it's weighing you down. So once you are freed from the albatross, it's like you're free to move around the cabin. So your new beginning can be and will be anything that you desire. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what thoughts you have about it. Because if you're asking for something, but internally you don't believe it's coming true, your thoughts are going to become your reality. So there's a 3-step process here to manifestation. There's asking for it. Then there's putting in the effort, right? Utilizing your 4 aces, which you so lovingly have in your hands. I heard lovingly. I was going to say lovely, but lovingly have in your hands. So be careful what you ask for. Then put in the work. But then you have to believe. The Queen of Cups is the most intuitive queen in tarot. And that card came out twice for you, whether you're masculine or feminine. And that's believing. That's intuitively believing that what I want will come to pass, will be mine, will become a reality, even if it doesn't happen today. And I think that's the message that Source wants to get through to you. Act as if the life you want has already arrived. And it will. You can see clearly now. 9 of Swords to the Sun card. Clarify that 9 of Swords to the Sun card here. One more shuffle. Thank you. When you get there, when you get to where you're going, you'll understand, 1, why you had to leave behind the situation, environment, or connection, and 2, why it played out the way it did. The Hermit, all the more wiser for it. Page of Wands, discovering the new, and the Page of Pentacles, because you're going to have new opportunities to explore, discover, rediscover who you are. But those opportunities would not have been possible. And that's what you're going to see clearly. The ability to create the life you want would have never been possible had you stayed with that, whoever that is. I'm trying not to be rude towards the cross watcher, but whomever that was there, which is so strange that they did not come out in your reading. So for most of you, energetically, there's already a cord here being severed. This person is not even in your reading, except for that little glimpse here of the King of Swords. And that's just you looking back at the heartbreak that they caused you and healing that heartbreak with the assistance of Archangel Michael. So this person, you and this person are already energetically separating. Clarify for me the Sun card here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the 2 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Star card. If you think that's the last job you're going to have, you're wrong. New job. You think that's the last business partner you're going to have, you're wrong. New business partner. You think that's the last love partner you're going to have, you're wrong. New love partner. That's not the last friend. That, you know, there's just someone new here on your path. And when they enter your world, when they enter your domain, when you allow them access to your empire, you're going to be able to look back and say, okay, that was worth it. I know it sounds crazy now when you're going through the heartache and you're going through the heartbreak. You can't imagine that life is going to get better or that you're going to find the one or a trusted confidant until you actually meet that person. And I know some of you don't like when I talk about my past, but sometimes I feel called to share a story. And for the longest time, and I'm not saying my ex-husband was toxic. The marriage was toxic because we just grew apart. Neither of us addressed any of the issues in it. We just became like two strangers, basically, living together on opposite sides of the house, which prompted me to want to exit the marriage. But there was a period of time, like now I can look back and say, I probably should have left 10 years earlier. Or at least try to address some of the concerns that I had, but I didn't. I stayed quiet, hoping they'd get better, and they never did. They just, just got worse. That was the projected outcome of the marriage. Like I should have seen it. I'm a pretty smart person, or at least I think I am. I should have seen it. I didn't want to see it. I thought if I hung in longer, things would get better, and they only became chronically worse. And there was a period of time that I stayed in it because I was like, well, if I've been with this person for 2 decades, and this is as good as it gets, this is as good as it is, what makes me think I'm going to find someone else who's better? And again, it has nothing to do with my ex-husband. I'm not blaming him 100% for the downfall of the marriage. I do feel it was a 50-50 participation on both of our parts that led to that breakdown. And he is one of my closest friends now. He lives a block and a half away. I'm very happy that he has this new person. But I didn't understand all of that at the time. I just knew my heart was breaking because I had to make the call to end the marriage because he was a stubborn Taurus and he would have stayed in it till the day we died. As miserable as we were, he would have never left. So, even though it broke my heart in the moment to have that conversation and the 15 seconds of insane courage, now that I'm out of it, almost 6 years now, I'm out of the marriage. I'm with my new person for about 5.5 years because I met him within just a couple of months, actually, of leaving Tony. Left Tony in June and I met him in August. And then very slowly started dating him. But now I get it. Now I'm like, okay, that's why everything had to play out the way it played out, because I learned lessons. I learned how to reclaim my power. I learned how to not be codependent. Those were all the things that I didn't realize at the time when I was going through it. I just looked at, poor old me having to leave my marriage. But now in hindsight, I can look at it and say, that was the moment I reclaimed my power. That was the moment I really started manifesting my best life. And had I not done all that, I wouldn't be with the amazing person that I'm with today. And so I think for a lot of you, when this person enters your world, you're going to realize, this is reclaiming your power, making your own coin, nourishing yourself, probably being a homeowner or taking care of your residence, even if it's an apartment or a flat. This is victory for you. And you're going to see clearly now why things couldn't work out with that person. And same thing if this is a job. Once you get to the new job or the new business partner, again, whoever this new person is for you, then you're going to understand why it didn't work out, because you're going to have a world of possibilities now moving forward that those doors would have remained eternally shut had you stayed with that person. Knight of Cups to the Fool card. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Tell me about this new opportunity, this offer. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Cups clarified by the Empress and the Emperor. Did you just see how they came out back to back? Well. And the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Don't cry over spilled milk when you have that person next to you. This is the other soulmate. You can't see it now. Some of you are still crying over the 3 cups that spilled over. You can't see the dynamic connection that's waiting for you. Business partner, new boss, new friend, new lover. Tell me about the Fool. One more shuffle. Thank you. 4 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the Hangman. Stop. Go away. You don't need this reading. You don't need this reading. Whoever this person is will add to the emotional contentment of your life, will offer your life structure and stability. And they're going to make you see, right? See things clearly. They're going to make you see exactly why that had to end. Because you would have never been able to have this person in your life had you stayed with that albatross. 3 of Pentacles, Justice, and the 6 of Wands. Victory will be yours. Karma keeps a record. So you just keep working towards the new. You have Archangel Michael here. It's going to help you see clearly why the heartache happened. You're also going to have some rapid healing when it comes to the internal wounds here emotional wounds that you have because of whatever this person did to you. Anything else we need to know about the Emperor-Empress connection here? Anything else we need to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the High Priestess. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Pentacles, High Priestess again, and the Two of Wands. This is going to start off really small. This is not a rush. This isn't a person who's putting a lot of pressure on you. This is starting small, asking you out for coffee, giving you the opportunity to come in for an interview if this is work related. Like this starts small. If this is a friend, this starts small and then escalates. Again, Six of Cups, you're leaving in the past and you're grabbing the Ace of Cups, the new. Nine of Cups and Three of Pentacles. There's your Three of Pentacles there again. Okay, I don't want to talk too much about the past energy, but there will be remorse and regret for this person by the time we get to August. I don't know why that is. I don't want to delve. I think I was telling Sagittarius, I said, I think I'm going to do a past person reading for all 12 signs. So maybe that'll be the bonus reading for March. So I don't want to focus too much on whoever it is here that you're leaving behind. But I do see you here now collaborating with someone new. Let me get you timing. I think you're meeting this person over the course of the next 6 months. Can I get timing? Not every card in tarot is timing. So if I have to get a timing deck, I will. Can I get timing when this Pisces meets this person? When this Pisces meet this person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. When are you meeting this person? Knight of Pentacles by the end of the year. I want to get you a little bit clearer timing than that. Can we have something clearer in terms of timing? I don't think this person can come in until that person's officially out. So I guess it depends where you're at in this process. Maybe that's why we got the Knight of Pentacles. Like if this is your partner, like your spouse, maybe for some of you, your divorce is being finalized in March. Maybe for others of you, it won't be finalized till November. I don't feel like the new comes in because it's like there's a delineation mark with that World card. Like there's the ending and then there's the beginning. It's like, the dark day here has to happen, if you will. Like D-Day has to happen here. But then the sun comes out because we had the Ten of Swords and then we had the sun. So I guess it depends when you're fully exiting whatever that is. Or making the ask to source, right? Having conviction and asking for the out or the assistance to close it. Because I'm certainly not telling you, like, if this is work, to quit your job and then just wait for the new job to come in. Source would never tell you to do that. But if this is work-related, that's then making the conviction, saying, I want out. I want out and put my best foot forward. I'm going to look for another job. Please bring me the best job. And then it's like, boom. Like, as soon as you make that call. Okay, so take the messages how they resonate to you. If this is a romantic partner, it looks like once they're fully out, the new person comes in. For others of you, this is work-related. Once you make the ask, the new comes in. A living situation, once you make the ask, the new landlord comes in. Or the realtor that helps you buy maybe the new Four of Wands, the new home. Can I get timing for when this new person comes in, please, for Pisces? We have a flip. November. I did say for some of you, maybe March. For others of you, maybe this cycles out in November. When does this new person come in? More timing here. This year, okay, which was that Knight of Pentacles, said this year. And then we have sooner than expected. So I would just focus on the new path. And I would focus on the 3 key parts of manifestation. Ask for what it is that you want. Put your elbow into it, put some shoulder into it, do your due diligence, do your work here, and then believe, even if it doesn't come in today. Just believe that it is coming in. Act as if it's already yours. Let's get you some oracle cards, and we'll close it out with Kipper. So the new person is on your path for this year. Focus on your manifestation. Focus on creating your new life. Take the lead in your life. Oh my God, right behind that. Freedom is yours. Freedom is yours. And sweet results await. Not every card in this deck is a nice card, by the way. So sweet results await. Okay. Freedom is yours. Keep working on the new. And I like that sweet results is yours. It's like a busy bee. Be a busy bee. Right behind that, we have the dolphin spirit, which dolphins mate for life. So again, you have a new soulmate here, however you want to claim that person. But be a busy bee and take the lead now with creating this next chapter of your life. Don't worry about the new person coming in. They will come in divine timing. Can I get an oracle card here, please, for the Pisces collective? So over the course of the next 6 months, it looks like you are reclaiming your power. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Hope. Hold on to hope and look forward to your new future. You literally can't make this. And it's the sun. The sun will come out after the storm. Bottom of the deck, flow. Move freely like water. Stay flexible and embrace the newness of every moment. Let's get you another oracle card here. So yeah, act as if what you want is already yours. Take the lead, move towards the future. Be bold. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Mossy Glen. Find comfort in nature. It nurtures your spirit. This could also be just nurture yourself, because if you live where I live, there's no way in hell that you're going to go outside and be nurtured by nature. You probably would almost be killed by nature at this point. It's like 12 degrees out there, and it's a complete blackout condition with the blizzard. So, I mean, it got dark here fairly early today once the storm rolled in. So, I don't mean to make light of your reading, but if you can, depending on where you live in the world, if you can get out in nature, great. You want to go for a walk, great. If you have an inability to walk, maybe just taking off your socks and shoes and sitting down, letting your feet sit on the sand or sit on the grass will be beneficial to you. If you're unable to do that, I have grounding shoes. Maybe that's something that you want to buy if you can afford. If not, meditation works as well. At the very least, nurture yourself, nurture your spirit during this time. Deep sea, dive deep into your emotions. Let them guide you to the truth. Close it out with some kippers now, my love. Yeah, the truth is this would have never been possible had you stayed in that. So if you're looking for some message from source, like, did I do the right thing or am I doing the right thing? Yes. Yes. Yes, you did, and yes, you are. One more card here. Okay. First card that came out in the reverse. High honor and courtship. Yeah. This person is no longer in high honor in your eyes, right? And then we have distant horizons. There you go. Your life changing. Out with the old and in with the new. Out with the old soulmate, in with the new soulmate over the course of the next 3 to 6 months. Can't make it up. This is a timing card. Can I get 3 more cards? Whoever that person was, they lost their shine with you a long time ago. Okay. Yep. I said they lost their shine with you a long time ago, and the bad health card is again. The connection was no longer nurturing to you, no longer beneficial to you. You have family room, you have false person, there you go. And you have house in the reverse. Boy, are you shaking things up. Changing the foundation of your life and rebuilding a new one. This could have been a family member, someone you shared house and home with, or you wanted to one day. Maybe you were married to them. Maybe it's something that you desired, or it was a friend that you welcomed into your home and is now someone that you look at like they're a false person, right? High honor was in the reverse. Let's get you a final message here. I forget the name of this deck. I received it last year from a subscriber, but I thought it was a nice way to end this series of readings. So the advice message could pertain to this, or it could be something entirely different that source wants you to just remember for the next 6 months. So final closing message here. So Pisces, what is being eclipsed out of your life? A situation, environment, or connection that held you back or kept you small. You are reclaiming your power. And once that energetically clears out, you have some new soulmates here on path, as well as some new opportunities. You had the Ace of Wands, you had the Ace of Pentacles. So you have a lot of new stuff coming in. So act as if it's yours already, because it will be. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your closing message, achievement. As I journey towards achievement, I discover my strengths and grow through each challenge. I believe in my potential and I trust in my abilities. Today, I move forward with confidence. I embrace life and its lessons. I am courageous and I am supported on this path towards the light. Here comes the sun, my love. Bottom of the deck, you have overcoming. In the school of life, I practice self-discovery. By recognizing that fear, anger, and ego separate me from my divinity, I allow the light within me to grow. This light empowers me to rule my inner world. Today, I overcome all that separates me from my true self. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. At this time, it looks like you need to start acting like the future you want is yours or will be yours, because it will be. It's time to take the lead and move towards this new soulmate that's energetically waiting for you. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And as I read for you again, be gentle with yourself during this process, but get excited about your future. As always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.